Hey guys, welcome back to Serial at Midnight. I'm Heath, and this is the final collection update, the final Blu-ray physical media spotlight of 2024. You know, every month I do a Kino Lorber video, I do an imprint video, usually an umbrella video if I have that stuff on hand, and then I do a catch-all video, which has Arrow and Eureka and 88 films and MVD and all that stuff. That's what this is. That's what this video is going to be. And because it's the last one of the year, it's a much smaller stack, which means we can kind of take our time and not have to rush through it as quickly. And so I also want to use this opportunity to give sort of a channel update for the status of Serial at Midnight going into 2025. But first, I want to thank the sponsor of this episode, Hamilton Book. I love partnering with Hamilton Book to talk about the wonderful service that they provide to physical media collectors. You know, every single month, Hamilton Book drops exclusives on their website that they're just for the web. They're web exclusives just for the physical media collecting community, people like you and me. They started their business with books, but Richard Hamilton, the owner of the company, is such a huge boutique Blu-ray fan that he does these web exclusives that really only we know about. Only if you're paying attention and you know the business, you know that there's these rarities are going to pop up. I should mention everything that pops up on Hamilton Book is new. It's a brand new, unused, it's brand new merchandise. But there's so many delightful little discoveries there each and every month, to the point that Richard Hamilton has a YouTube channel, the Hamilton Book YouTube channel, where he talks about these monthly drops for the website, and he tells you what his highlights are for each and every month. So if you didn't know about that, or if you're not watching the Hamilton Book YouTube channel, I wanted you to know about it. And I'll link to it in the description of this episode. But Hamilton Book is just an incredible company. And even each one of these spots that I do, I like to highlight something that probably flew under the radar from their website. And in this case, it's Skateland, which is a 2010 coming-of-age drama. It's not really a comedy. It's a drama. It takes place in the early 1980s. It stars Shiloh Fernandez and Ashley Greene. Shiloh Fernandez he was just in a Nicolas Cage movie from, was that a year or two ago? A Western film. Ashley Greene, I think a lot of people know Ashley Greene from Twilight. So think Dazed and Confused is sort of like the time setting. That's 70s. This is actually the early 80s. But it's Texas. And it takes place against the backdrop of a skating rink. And if you lived through the 80s, you know the impact that skating rinks had on a community. I mean, that was like the place to be on the weekend. And so this is, again, a coming-of-age story about a character that is realizing he's outgrowing. It may be time to move on, and what that means. And I think a lot of us have to deal with that in real life. And that's what I love. This movie has no aliens. It has no explosions. There are no portals in the sky that open up and like beam something down. It has no car chases or gun battles. This is life. And we do not get enough movies like this. One of my favorite movies of this year, The Bike Riders, is exactly that thing. So we do still get it sometimes, but we don't get a lot of it. And they don't usually get talked about a whole lot, which is why I wanted to spotlight Skateland. The director is Anthony Burns. He's also the co-writer here. He's directed 2 movies in his entire career. This was the first one. Again, 20th Century Fox. It's with Disney now. I don't know what the future of this movie holds, so if you want to own it on Blu-ray, Hamilton Book is your best bet, as they are for many of the titles that we're going to talk about here. If you see something here that catches your eye, head over to Hamilton Book and see if they've got it on their website, because they have so many thousands of movies, and they update every single month. So I love Hamilton Book. I'm so glad to be partnering with them to talk about their business. Without further ado, let's dig into some of these releases. I'll save the update for the end. I was debating, should I start with Joker 2, because I know it's such a controversial movie, but maybe that's why I should start with Joker 2. I've written a review for this. I've done a video review for this. I've said about all I have to say about Joker 2. I did not care very much for the first Joker. Like, I saw it, I liked it, okay. I liked Joaquin Phoenix's performance, but I really connect with Joker 2. And yeah, I know, I'm very well aware of all the criticisms out there about this movie. Not only do I not agree with them, I genuinely wonder if the people that are saying some of the things that they're saying, did they even watch the movie? Because the criticisms that they have so often are answered by watching the movie. When people say, well, you know, he just, Todd Phillips, the director, just took the studio's money and took them for a ride. That's physically impossible. That's literally impossible to do. And one of the things that I love about this new 4K, by the way, this looks gorgeous. It's a beautifully shot film. I think time's going to be kind to this movie. But one of the things that I love about this is it's got a 45-minute making of documentary. Big budget, like we don't get anymore, and they were filming the making of the movie, and so you get to see they shot for like 92 days. That's an insanely long production schedule. That's not the kind of thing you do if you're taking a studio for a ride. They talk about the breaking of the story. They got Joaquin Phoenix on camera. He does not want to be on camera because he does not like doing publicity, as we all know, right? But I mean, he's his body language, like he's like, yeah, you know, we just thought that blah, blah, blah. But they actually do get him to talk. When he starts talking about Lady Gaga, he opens up. It's the most interesting thing. He opens up. He gets a little bit more casual, a little bit more conversational. But when they're talking about him or the movie, he gets very, like, he's too exposed, right? I saw Joaquin Phoenix on one of the news shows, like the magazine shows. And he gave me the impression that he did not even want to be an actor. He said something along the lines of, I do this because my brother River Phoenix is not here anymore. And I have to I have to fulfill the potential that he had, which is fascinating. The only other person I can think of that would fall into that category is Elvis, because Elvis had a twin brother that died in childbirth, and he always carried that with him. It's like, well, I have to live a life for both of us. Anyway, I think that time is going to be kind to Joker 2. Whether you like it or not, I hope you at least have seen it, because a lot of the people talking about this movie, again, I don't think they've seen it, because they say things, I'm like, well, that's not in the movie at all. That's not what the movie's doing at all. I don't know. Look, I don't want to talk too much about this, but I really connected with it. If you want my full review, there's a video for it here. I would actually refer you to cerealatmidnight.com for my written review, which I think really captures the essence of the film. From Arrow, I should also mention, that's not the 45-minute doc is not the only thing here. There's also multiple featurettes. There's well over an hour of special features, of documentary features about the making of the movie. And they may not get as in-depth as I would like in some aspects of it, like why wait so many years to do the sequel, and like getting into him not wanting to do a sequel. They don't really get into that, but they do get into more than I would expect them to for a studio release. Demolition Man. This is Arrow partnering with Warner Brothers. Of course, we all know Demolition Man. This is a classic. And now it has a classic 4K loaded with stuff. So we'll do, like, here's the front art here, the back art. We have, look at the size of this. We got the shells. I forgot about the shells. If you've seen the movie, you know the significance of it. How do you use the shells? Look at this, like, the coming out of the tape display through the printer thing. A really substantial booklet here. We've got Demolition Man Getting Dirty in Utopia by Martin Pedler. We've got The Brave New World of Demolition Man by Priscilla Page. I Love to Hate This Place, The Inner Conflict of Demolition Man by William Bibbiani. And then Buzzed by Its Brutality, The Textual Pleasures of Violence in Demolition Man by Clem Bausto. So, that's the sort of stuff that I enjoy, is getting some thoughtful interpretations of some of these movies that we've frankly probably just come to take for granted. Like Demolition Man is just always there in my mind. Here's the poster that comes with it, this matte finish poster. And then, of course, this itself, the 4K itself is loaded up. This is another one that is only a 4K. It is not a 4K and a Blu-ray. You're not getting both. You're getting one or the other. What are they? They're advertising Demolition Man in Demolition Man. This is not one of the cards that I was about to show you guys. This is the coming soon flyer. Interesting. Okay, can I show? Let's do that anyway. Some Stallone beefcake there. Snipes. No. Sandy B. What a great time for this particular kind of movie, is the reversible. I don't think I actually prefer that. I'm going to stick with the theatrical art here. I'm going to give you guys a brief rundown of all these features. But in fact, I'm going to hold it up first, get that as close as I can. Freeze that if you want to read all of that. I'm about to take it away. 4K restoration, from the 35mm original camera negative, which is great. Approved by the director. Somebody's going to go like, well, what does a director know about how his movie should look? Because this is the internet, and it's just crazy times. It includes both the domestic Taco Bell and the international Pizza Hut versions, preserved via seamless branching. Let's see, we've got the audio options, all that stuff. I don't need to read all that. We've got brand new audio commentary with the director and the screenwriter. We've got a brand new audio commentary by film historian Mike White of the Projection Booth podcast, archival audio commentary by Marco Brambilla and producer Joel Silver, new interviews. I mean, it's incredible. And then a 60-page booklet. So, I mean, needless to say, this is the ultimate edition of Demolition Man. I'm gonna carefully put this all back together again. And then the next thing from Arrow, it's a tight fit. The next thing from Arrow is a new movie that I have not seen. This is called The Last Video Store. I think it's a 2023 movie, and the premise of this is these people work at a video store. They get a tape in, and the tape, when they put the tape in, chaos breaks loose. That's what I gather from it. In an ideal world, I would have seen everything I have talked about, that I'm talking about, before I talk to you about it. Let's talk about 2025 plans at the end of this episode. It's got a lot of stuff on it here. We've got the Videonomicon Unleashed, a new visual essay by film critic Heather Wixson, co-author of the In Search of Darkness book, which was with my friend Patrick Bromley. Patrick Bromley is the founder of F This Movie. I have written 250 columns for F This Movie that you can go there and find right now. Nostalgia Fuel, a new visual essay by film critic Martin Pedler. Twist the Night of the Tree Beast, a 2012 short by Cody Kennedy and Tim Rutherford. Images for Men. Okay, it continues to go on. But, you know, if you love video stores and you love horror and you are willing to try new things, which not everybody is, this is a new movie that you might want to check out. And they've given it a good deluxe treatment. Okay, Incubus is what they're advertising on this card. We've got the poster. And a book or a booklet. Where's the table of contents? Be Kind, Rewind, Primal Scenes, and Paracinematic Nostalgia by Anton Batel. Northern Nightmares, Canucksploitation in the Canadian Horror Film by Alexandra West. And then the about the production, about the presentation information. Looks fun. Hoping to catch up with it soon. The sheer, as you guys know, the sheer volume of titles, it comes in faster than I can actually get to. From Eureka, Horrible History. This is 4 films by Chang Che. Chang Che directed so many films. This is Marco Polo, The Pirate, Boxer Rebellion, and 4 Writers. I know those Arrow Shawscope box sets are just littered with Chang Che films. So, okay, here's the front. Here's the back. So, I believe these are all going to be, you know, of that style. Of this style. Look at this. It's 4 films on 2 Blu-rays, which, I don't know, that might be a problem for somebody. Pardon me, what is the length that we're doing? They don't give us individual lengths. We got a limited edition O-card slipcase with new artwork by Gregory Sacre. We have, let's see, the masters are provided by Celestial Pictures. New audio commentaries on The Pirate and 4 Writers by East Asian cinema expert Frank Zhang. He's great. And martial arts expert and filmmaker Michael Worth. Also good stuff. History Making, a new video essay on Chang Che's historical films by Jonathan Clements, author of A Brief History of China. New interview with Hong Kong cinema scholar Wayne Wong, and a limited edition collector's booklet, which I will show you here. They show posters. so many Asian cinema classics hitting Blu-ray these last couple of years. The next thing I'm going to show you is, a lot of this is review mail, things that have been sent for me to review and to talk about. This is something I actually bought myself because I am such a huge fan. Blake 7, the complete first season, or series 1, to put it in the actual technical British jargon, the lingo. So what is this? If some of you guys already know. But Blake 7 was a 70s and I guess into the early 80s science fiction show from the BBC. If you like Doctor Who in the 70s, if you like Tom Baker Doctor Who specifically, this was a contemporary. This was happening at the same time. Furthermore, this series was created by Terry Nation, the creator of the Daleks. The guy that created the Daleks in the 60s created Blake 7. The premise of the series is it's 1978, the first season, probably inspired by Star Wars, but there is this, fascist totalitarian government system, and there are rebels within the system. This guy Blake is being transported on a prison ship. He escapes, and by the end of the first few episodes, he has assembled Blake's 7. They are freedom fighters, they are rebels, they are sort of the Robin Hoods of space. And it is just, if you are my age or around my age, you just love this stuff. If you love the original Battlestar Galactica and Buck Rogers in the 25th century and Flash Gordon and stuff like that, then you're going to love Blake 7. But it's not on a BBC budget. It's very slim budget. You can tell they didn't have a lot of money. And they have kept all the original special effects, which were not great. They're actually pretty bad. The title sequence is just, the ship is just a drawing that is zooming towards the camera. So they've gone and done like CGI effects for a lot of this stuff and inserted those, as you can watch either version. And they also, it's 13 episodes. Each episode is about 50 minutes long. So it translates to, like, if you like Doctor Who, it's literally the same thing as Doctor Who in terms of, that's 26 half-hour episodes. This is 13 hour-long episodes, roughly. But every single one of these Blu-rays is jam-packed with stuff. First of all, isn't that amazing? As an American who loves Blake 7, we've only ever really had the option to import DVDs and stuff. The fact that we have a US Blu-ray from the BBC with its 6 discs, it's got a booklet, it's got hours and hours of special features. This is what I was going to say. Every disc has, look, this even wraps around. I mean, it's just amazing. Lengthy documentaries. Disc 1 has a brand new documentary that's like, I think it's an hour and 45 minutes or an hour and a half, something like that. Basically, every single disc has 2 to 3 hours of special features, like video special features, like convention panels and documentaries about the cast and about the show and about the special effects, the model makers. It's incredible. It is the archive of Blake 7. So there's 4 seasons of this show. Man, I hope this sells. I got to have all 4 seasons. So I wanted to talk about it in an episode. This is from, I have not watched this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know a whole lot about it. This is Rippy, an Australian. There's an outbreak in the outback. So this is going to be, it's like zombie kangaroos. I couldn't even get that out. Rippy, a massive 7-foot zombie kangaroo, is on the loose down under. A must-see for creature feature fans. So this is from Cape Light, and Cape Light is it's a European, I think German. I believe they're a German company. But anyway, they work with a variety of other distributors and companies that put this stuff out. This is going to play fine on your player, but it's a steelbook. Okay, so we're gonna check out the steelbook. This is the J card. This is the back of the J card. I'm not seeing any features listed on here, but here's the zombie kangaroo, and there's the back of the steelbook. There's that shot again of that guy. And what is under? There's nothing under the discs, really. So, but then this came, I'm going to be honest, this is one of those things I didn't ask for. Sometimes things just show up, and I go like, well, I'll throw it in my, it's not necessarily something I'm interested in, to be perfectly honest. But hey, these videos aren't just for me. These videos are a service to you guys to let you know what's coming out. That's one of the reasons I do them, is because, I get to show people what's coming out. Everybody wins, right? I get some views. You guys get to know what's coming out. I get to talk about Blake 7 for probably too long. From Radiance, we have Yokohama BJ Blues. Now, I had never heard of this. Fran Simeone from Radiance, formerly of Arrow, continues to put out movies that are obscurities from my part of the world. But listen to the description of this. It's a 1981 Japanese film by Echi Kudo. And it's a worldwide Blu-ray premiere. When his police detective best friend is killed, down at heel private eye and part-time blues singer, it's a private eye and a part-time blues singer, BJ gets the blame. He must start his own investigation to clear his name, but uncovers a tangled web involving crooked cops, drug dealing gangsters, and the city's underground gay and biker scenes. Listen to this. Samurai movie. Veteran Echi Kudo directs this loose remake of Robert Altman's The Long Goodbye as a neo-noir that captures urban Japan at the height of 1980s decadence. You get my attention. Interviews with actress. So we got interviews. We've got a location tour, and then the booklet, because Radiant stuff always comes with booklets, and we get this reversible art, which I'll show you. Make sure all that's okay. Yeah, that's the reversible art wrap. It just goes to show, I think another reason I do these videos, so they're referencing Naked City, is because I have learned so much, like, on the job through Serial at Midnight, things that I never would have bought myself or, like, given a chance myself. But being able to talk about them here has exposed me to so many things. It's really been an on-the-job training and on-the-job film education. And it kind of reminds me of what happened with Tarantino working at Video Archives, is you're just surrounded by movies all the time, and it's just like a constant influx. You're constantly feeding this art into your system. And I'm really grateful for that. But that's one of the benefits of things like this. So if you're one of those people who, like, maybe all this doesn't appeal to you, if nothing else, you're having your horizons broadened, maybe because you're seeing things that you didn't know about, and I think that's cool. This is the UCLA Library of such small print, Film and Television Archive, the Mary Pickford Company, the Mary Pickford Foundation, and VCI, another Mary Pickford Blu-ray, which I'm excited about because she was huge, and the fact that we're getting all these Mary Pickford films in with HD restorations is pretty fantastic. This is a 1921 Silence. It has a look at commentary by Mark Wanamaker, author and film historian, liner notes and pictorial booklet by the Mary Pickford Foundation. So here's, I'll hold that up and you can see the pull quotes and everything. They've got, these films are prestigious. Let's see. Got is this a dual format? I guess this is a dual, DVD and Blu-ray. Okay, I was like, why is there another disc in here? It's DVD. All right, we're actually almost done. And then I'll tell you about my 2025 plans. Slice of America. This is a document from the director of Pizza, A Love Story. Charred in the Florida Sun. A tree fish out of water story, or should we say a pizza out of Connecticut story about a New Haven native with a love for the town's beloved a pizza. It says pronounced Ibiza. Okay. Who does the impossible by bringing the charred, thin crust, best pizza in the world to southern Florida. Director German Bechard, the filmmaker behind the documentary Pizza, A Love Story. And a host of pizza historians. It's pizza, right? It's a documentary about pizza. In that story, bringing pizza to Florida. Charred in the Florida Sun. So I haven't watched this, but look at the disc. Oh man. Let's see. We have this is from, who is this from? This is Cursed in Bata from MVD. Anchor Bay. This is Anchor Bay is back. I don't know the whole jam on how this is possible, but Anchor Bay is back in business again, and this comes from them. Pirelli, an ex-lawman and recently released con, is enlisted to find an heir to a Los Angeles fortune. Pirelli's history with the wealthy family and a past case has given them great hope and finding them. Okay. We got let's see, features Kirsten Baja, the making of, and then a commentary with the writer, director, lead actor Jeff Daniel Phillips. So again, rather than just sit here and read all this to you, which I was just doing, and I'm sorry, I'll let you look at it. Sometimes I start these things thinking I can get through them more quickly than I can, and then I get about halfway and I'm like, no, this is not going well. I'm boring people. This is the last thing we're going to talk about. This comes from Dan Persons, our friend well, actually, it's more than him because it's the filmmaker behind Klay Zombies. So Klay Zombies, I talked about. The filmmaker behind Klay Zombies sent me he did like a whole promotional campaign for it, where he sent out Blu-rays and he had a comic book made, and now he's partnered with 3D Brains to do a 3D version of the film, and this is getting screened in various places. It is exactly what it sounds like. It's claymation, no copyright infringement intended. Zombies mixed with live action people, super ambitious. Also very silly. Obviously, it's intentionally silly, so you don't come in here expecting Fellini. But this was burned exclusively for Serial at Midnight. But you can visit Dan's Etsy store, the Space Brains 3D Etsy store, which I will link to in the description of this episode. And he always throws in, he burns these for me, but he always throws in the glasses. And check this out. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so all right, that's the last the last physical media video the last one I'm recording, at least for 2024. As we move into 2025, there's some changes that have to happen, right? Because I cannot keep up with all of this, even on a coverage basis. Like, I cannot even cover all of this anymore. The volume of things that are hitting my doorstep each and every month, it's overwhelming. And as you see, it's a struggle for me to balance product spotlights and like, hey, look what came out videos with the things that I really want to talk about, which is movie history. It's not that I'm not grateful for this stuff. I am. I love that I just said, this is my film education. But this can't be everything. This cannot be the focus of the channel. Movie history is my passion. Talking about directors and talking about kinds of films. Doing the interviews. Those are my passion. So you will still see me covering physical media in 2025. But changes are afoot that I think will make this channel stronger. And I think it will make the voice that I have more authoritative. And they're already in motion. You know, I've already talked to people at distributors, and we have a new plan moving forward for just less stuff. It's been fun. Like in one hand, on one hand, I do feel like I'm kind of closing the door on a type of thing that I just can't really do anymore, because it is all consuming. You know, people go like, well, physical media is dead, or physical media, I saw it today. I saw that headline today. Physical media is dead. It's not. It's just becoming an incredibly niche product like vinyl. You can never say vinyl is dead when it's making hundreds of billions of dollars a year, and so is movies on Blu-ray and 4K and DVD. Is it in decline? Undeniably, it is in decline, but it is still a multi-billion-dollar business. And as you see, it is coming in hotter than any of us can keep up with, and that we can afford, and that we can store. So I just say all that to say, like, I know that sometimes this can be a lot. I know that sometimes I put up like one product video after another product video. But somebody said to me the other day, so it's another commercial for a thing. Somebody commented that. They're like, it's another commercial. And I'm like, well, usually 1 out of 4 videos that I do are product spotlights. And it's like, did you watch my interview with this person? Did you watch my interview with this person? Did you see my top 5 list for this? Did you see my review for this? It's 25% roughly of what I do, but that just lets me know that that's all that they're seeing, or maybe that's all that YouTube is showing them. And I have plans to do I really want to talk more about the stuff that I care about and do a little bit less of this. Not that I'm not grateful. I'm very grateful, but it has to change. So as 2025 starts, you're still going to see some of those product spotlights. I'm going to continue to do them, but I'm also going to be catching up on December stuff, because there's things that are coming from Europe and other countries that I don't even have yet. Um, it's crazy times for physical media fans, for movie fans, for pop culture fans. I appreciate you being with me all throughout 2024, and I hope that you'll stick with me for 2025 because I think it's going to be even better. I continue to get better. I continue to learn more, and I see the potential out there, and I want to go chase it. I want to chase what's over the horizon. So I appreciate you guys. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season, and till next time, I'll catch you later.